Show. Turn up your mind.
Across America's northern states and extending into Canada, American and Canadian militaries are on high alert this morning after shooting down 3 unidentified flying objects just since Friday, the most recent on Sunday over Lake Huron.
I need some answers, and the American people need answers.
Huron capped a dramatic weekend. U.S. fighter jets targeted and shot down objects over Alaskan waters on Friday, then the Canadian Yukon on Saturday.
They made the decision to shoot down the object that was a threat to civil aviation and a potential threat to Canadians.
It's not clear who might be sending the objects, whether they're designed for intelligence gathering or something else. But the Department of Defense says the latest object flew in proximity to sensitive DoD sites. Aviation authorities worry they could pose a serious risk to commercial aviation, including passenger planes. On Sunday, the FAA temporarily issued airspace restrictions over parts of Lake Michigan to support defense activities.
What's gone on the last, 2 weeks or so, 10 days, has been nothing short of craziness.
The weekend shootdowns come after a fighter jet took out that suspected Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina 9 days ago, after it spent days flying across the U.S. Now the U.S. military is looking at a wider range of radar data as it monitors North American airspace. 2 U.S. defense officials tell NBC News objects that once might have been filtered out are now getting intense scrutiny.
Right. So it's Rihanna. I figured it out. It's Rihanna. It's her floating flying stages. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I mean, think about how brave she was to get up on that, floating stage. I mean, that close to the sun, that close to the, the missiles, that close to NORAD's view now, because the radar has been, the gain on the radar has been modified, you understand? And so now they could see, Rihanna's stage. And for her to get up there pregnant like that, yes, she was purgers. Boy, she didn't. She just had one. She just had one. Now she's having another one. But for her to get up there like super pregnant like that and say, bitch, better have my money. I mean, the nerve of that just alone. And then on top of a floating stage, knowing that NORAD is watching. Seriously. I mean, who thinks NORAD was not watching the Super Bowl? Nobody. Everybody knows that NORAD was. And then they could see her stage, and it was an unidentified floating object. And so, she took her life and her baby's life in her hands there by doing that. Oh, I make fun because, when Jessica and I were texting each other, during the Super Bowl, she's not interested in the game. She's in California. She couldn't care less about either. She hates the Eagles. She's a Giants fan. My whole family was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? You're rooting for the Eagles?" Oh, I'm just doing it out of respect for Brett's girlfriend. Otherwise, I have no connection to either team. So why not just root for Tony's team? Why not? Because we don't know her, and we're Giants fans, and F the Eagles. Basically, was the mood from my family. So I got pilloried at the get-go, and Jessica just said, "I'm not watching. Back to not watching the game is what I'll do." And she said, listen, I don't have cable. I don't want cable. I don't care about it. I'm not going to a bar. I don't want to watch it. But I will watch the halftime show. I can watch it for free 10 minutes after on YouTube. So I waited for the 10 minutes to go by. I barely got to watch anything. I was very busy hosting. Very, very busy. I had 9,847 dishes, that I had to create, that I had to serve, and that I had to clean up. Yeah, just me. That's a whole other podcast. However, she texts me, "I just saw Rihanna, and it was the soundtrack of my life. And oh my God, she is a queen, and blah, blah, blah. It should have been an hour longer." And I wrote back, So now my whole family is really seriously pissed at me. I mean, really, honestly. But I could see she was pregnant from the minute she got on stage. I don't know why people didn't pick up on it. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know what that was, honestly. But, it was a little, weird to watch a pregnant woman sing "Bitch Better Have My Money." I'm just saying for me. And then I saw the flying stage, and I thought, oh, okay, so she's going to get props because NORAD obviously wants to shoot that out of the sky. There's no question that's what it is. There's no question. These are future Super Bowl stages that are floating around over the Yukon. No, I don't know what they are. And if I had a nickel for every time anybody over this weekend asked me to tell them what this stuff is, why would I know? Well, I couldn't figure out if like I'm supposed to know because I know everything in their best estimation, or if it was because I was ex-Air Force. I don't know. I don't know why I'm supposed to know. Because I watched the UFO hearings that we had in this here country on the C-SPAN last year, because I actually watched those hearings. I don't know. I don't know why I'm supposed to know. But if you had to, if I had to make an educated guess, I'm going to say it's stages. I don't know what it is.